Hey guys, welcome back to our West Carolina Megalodons Dynasty. We're playing in the national championship game. Yep, already against Kansas State. That is one beautiful trophy. Who would have thought that we would actually be in a position to be able to play in the national championship game? I literally did not think this quick that we would be even in this spot. That's insane. But this is our opportunity to be able to take what we're given. But here are the boys that made it happen. Undefeated season on the line. Can we finish it out against number 4 Kansas State? They are also undefeated at 15-0, and so we are underway here in this national championship for 2027. So Taylor Rambo coming out here on offense to see if we can get something going against this Kansas State defense. We're going to try to get Montel involved early, as we just really can't get too much so far, as we're going to overthrow Ron Marshall. 3rd and 9 situation. Taylor has been the guy for us so far, as he finds Cole Turner for a huge gain down to the 50-yard line. An amazing pickup right out the gate, as we'll go right back to Montel, who's going to get a huge run down to the 30. And the Megalodons are driving early in this game. 2nd down and medium. Just going to scramble out, and we're going to have to get rid of it. Under some serious pressure there from that Kansas State team. And again, we're just going to have to settle for the field goal. Kick is up, and it is good. So we'll take the lead 3-0. Going to kick it off to Kansas State for them to have their first opportunity on offense. How will the defense fare against this offense? Avery Johnson, I feel like we've played against him in every single season. I feel like we played Kansas State with Kennesaw State too in the playoffs. So this is a pretty familiar opponent, even though we haven't played them with West Carolina so far. But a lot of motion, a lot of quick throwing, and that's just something we're going to have to know how to stop. Defensively, we've been solid so far this whole season. Been one of the top premier defenses in the league. And the pressure's going to get to him. Deshaun Conway is going to bring him down for the sack. A huge sack for Deshaun Conway. He's really been turning it on lately, and it's almost intercepted from Russ Whalen. Russ Whalen, the true freshman, was playing sub-linebacker at that spot, and he did what he needed to do. Would have loved for him to be able to get his hands on it and actually get the interception. But another open throw to Ron Marshall, and he missed him. 2 overthrows for Taylor Rambo. Just going to have to play with a short game here, because right now he is not hitting those deeper throws. So we come up short and going to have to punt the ball away. But Taylor Rambo over this postseason has really been out of sorts. He's been throwing a lot of interceptions, and that's just a free wide open play. And he's going to go all the way down the field and score the touchdown. Kansas State is going to go up 7-0. Early against the Megalodons as a blown coverage assignment. Unbelievable. A massively blown coverage to start this game puts us down, and what are we doing? I think that was Miles Springer who got in the way, and we just couldn't get around him, so we start at the 11-yard line. Fortunately, we have Montel who gets a nice cut upfield, and he's down to the 37-yard line. Montel putting the team on his back. And that was a tight window throw that was dropped, though. I feel like Taylor Rambo did get the pass where he wanted it to, and he's just going to wait and take his time and find Ron Marshall for a massive gain. All the way down into enemy territory already. Ron Marshall's been the workhorse so far. Another 1st down pickup, and we are in the red zone. Taylor Rambo just is going to scroll out and throw that one away, bringing up a 2nd down. Taylor Rambo needs to clean up his act in this game, because in the postseason he's been a little turnover happy, and it's going to come back to bite us at some point. We'll have to settle for a field goal. We do make it, so we're still trailed by 1, 7-6, with only 17 seconds left in the first quarter, as they're going to try to take this one out again. And guys, please make a tackle. Almost gave up a huge play that time, and a good hit. Wyatt Wright is going to bring them down. But at the end of the first quarter, that huge pass play from Kansas State really has been the difference so far. So we don't really know what type of offense they have, because it was just such a fast touchdown by them. 3rd and 7 as we're just keeping everything in front of us and making the tackle. And Russ Whalen's going to get his hands on that one. And he gets the interception. And it's going to be Megalodon ball at the 30-yard line. Russ Whalen did not falter on that one as he gets both hands on it and secures his first interception of the day. Russ Whalen has been such a huge story for us. As a true freshman getting the opportunity to start, Cole Turner getting a huge gain to the 15. But Russ Whalen has just been so good for us, and it's been really nice to be able to have someone on the defensive back roster that can be reliable. 3rd down and 2, little motion, pulling Mankins over. We'll try to hit this with Montel Meja, who's going to force his way down to the 1. Get the ball back to him. Can he get in? And he's going to waltz his way in for the touchdown. And Montel Meja is going to put us up. A huge touchdown from Montel Meja as we're up to 13-7 is the score now. 1st and 10, jet motion. Every team loves it. Wow, what a tackle from Wyatt Wright. I don't even know how that works like that. Did we get the pick? Jamal? I think Jamal got his foot in. I have to see a replay on this. But what is Avery thinking? That's a terrible throw. So, okay, we'll get the ball immediately there again. And he drops it. What a dime from Taylor Rambo, but he just couldn't hold on. That was a touchdown throw right there. 3rd and inches, back to the workhorse Montel, and he's going to get the first. 12-yard line, play action fake. They were not fooled there at all. 2nd and 10. Are we going to be able to find Ron Marshall? I think he's open again. Touchdown. Ron Marshall, and the lead grows even more. There's no way we run away with the national championship, right? I mean, for sure, they got to be coming back at some point. It's going to be a play action, and why did we not get the sack? Oh my gosh, I think it switched us to a different player at the worst time. The incomplete pass, though, they go right back to a wide receiver screen. Like we didn't expect it. That basically looked similar, although it was an in route. We weren't fooled whatsoever, and they're going to have to punt that one away. And Taylor Rambo's hot now. I mean, except he's going to take a sack immediately, right as I say that. But 2nd and 17, no, we end up getting a safety. We should have ran the ball. We were trying to use his hot streak to be able to push the lead, but instead the worst thing possible just happened. And we're going to have to give the ball back to Kansas State. Every time I talk about having a lead or some sort of good thing that we do, we like to crumble right afterward. But that's going to be intercepted. Tyrone Smithfield gets the pick, and now we're back on offense again. As we find Ron Marshall on the sideline, and he gets a huge gain to the 26. Gonna motion over Cole Turner. He's not fast at all. Cole Turner has not been the guy for us, but Montel Meja has been, and it's a huge gain to make it 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 1 up the middle. Montel's gonna get it. 19 seconds left. Throws it quick to Cole Turner to the 2. 1st and goal. Can we find somebody open? Taylor's just going to use his legs and take the safe route for the touchdown. And we'll go for the 2-point conversion here to get to 28 points. And we should have thrown a high pass as that gets immediately intercepted. Oh no, don't tell me he's going to return this thing. Somebody better be faster than this linebacker. But it's going to go all the way for the touchdown. Not a touchdown, but you know what I mean. A 2-point return. What is happening in this game? We've just gifted them 4 points, as it's just such an odd score. Ron Marshall balling out, though. We're going to kick it away. It's 11-26. I don't know if I've ever really said that score before. Such a weird score. But anywho, Wyatt Jadee on good hit. Defense has been actually pretty solid, to be honest, so far. It's really been the offense that's gifted them 4 points. Other than that, they scored on 1 broken play. We will hold them to a punt, and Evan Rhodes will be back to return. Haven't really had much of an opportunity for him to get anything with his legs there. But we'll go back to the play action. Definitely had some people fold. Throwing it deep, it is caught! Darnell Jackson to the 11-yard line. And we'll run it for nothing. 2nd down and 11. Pitch play over to Montel Meja, who can't quite get there. but there's a flag down, and it's coming back. I don't know if you just saw, but some body got thrown in the background while that ref was talking, and just can't get it off. 3rd down and 13. Throwing it to the end zone. Touchdown, Xavier Lee. A huge score, and we're busting it open even more. Another touchdown. 33-11. As he throws it just after the outstretched arm of Terrell Pace, as that could have been picked. Somebody get the interception. Oh, Tyrone. Tyrone drops it. He did get one earlier, which is nice, but he can't get his hands on that one. 3rd and 6. Avery just has no idea what to do right now. They do find a nice pickup, though, getting them one of their biggest plays of the day. Down inside the 30. Running the ball off, and nothing really much there. 3rd and 2. The pressure's going to be too much, and it's a sack from Sheldon Dennis. We sent the safety blitz at the perfect time, and they're going to have to settle for the field goal, which is up, and it is good. So they're up to 14 points now, but still down by quite a bit, as Evan Rhodes will get an opportunity to return it again, but not much. So back on offense, 1st and 10 for Montel. We need to try to more or less, not shoe clock, but we need to start thinking about time management, because we just want to limit some possessions. We don't want Kansas State getting the ball that often, because we just want to basically solidify our win. The longer we play in a game like this, the more opportunity we have to make a mistake and let them back in the game. So 2nd and 9, no good. 3rd down and 9. Throwing it, and it is somehow caught. Looking at this replay, I think it gets deflected. Yeah, it gets deflected by the defensive back and goes right into the hands of Ron Marshall. That's just an insane play right there, and we can't get the pitch off. Okay. 2nd down and 15 under how does he get that off? How does he get that throw off? He just got absolutely obliterated while he threw that pass. But we are pretty dominant so far here in this 3rd quarter, as we're going to start on the ground game. To Montel Major gets a nice run. Play action. RPO throws it over to Darnell, and a good gain. 2nd and 7. Going back to the option game, and he missed the pitch. It's a fumble, and Montel's going to fall on it for a huge, huge play. But oh my gosh, Taylor Rambo, please don't try to just throw this game away. Deep, and it's no good. Gives Xavier an opportunity to make a play, but nobody could. He's got to break up the 4th down situation. Even if it was an interception, it basically just would have been a punt. But we'll go back on defense. Huge hit from Tyrone. Massive hit from Tyrone, and that is a horrible pass. Avery really just flustered, I think, right now. Goes down for another sack from Wyatt Wright, and they're going to have to punt this one away. Time is getting very important here, with just 6 minutes of play left. Montel Major getting to the outside, and what a tackle. What a tackle from Wesley Fair to be able to bring that guy down. Cool Turner, though, getting a little bit of space, and he gets a huge gain. Little play action. Fake. Gonna scroll out to the left side. Nobody open. Taking the safe route to just throw that one away. As Montel getting a huge stiff arm, and how does he get the first? Montel Major just absolutely going wild there. Helping us to be able to run the clock down. He's taking a beating, though. Luckily, this is the last game of the season. And looks like there's probably a false start. That's great. 3rd and 11. Little pump fake. Throws. That's such a risky pass. We cannot be doing that. We'll settle for the field goal, which really should end this game at this point, as they have 3 minutes left. Incomplete. Good hit by the corner. Throwing that one, and he gets absolutely blasted from Russ Whalen. And just nothing doing. Pressure, and he's going to somehow get the first. Great play from Avery to be able to get that there, and that's a huge find. Down to midfield. Just over 2 minutes. Throwing it. Dropped. Come on, Tyrone. Tyrone Smithfield had an opportunity to end the game, and instead they're going to get a huge 1st down. 2-minute warning. Still down by 22 points, so the odds of them coming back not high. They do have all their timeouts left, though, as they're going to find the curl route for the 1st down. Just started calling some timeouts, First timeout already taken. Quick throw out of bounds. 5 yards gained. 2nd and 5. Throwing it out of bounds. 3rd down situation. 3rd and 5. Throwing it. Intercepted by DeAndre Harris. And DeAndre Harris, I'm pretty sure that is going to break the record. If he hasn't already, I think he has the record for single season interceptions in the season. And I think he's also our complete leader in career interceptions, or close to at this point. As what a fitting end. The corner who's been absolutely torched so many times in his career is the guy who gets the game-sealing interception. And the national champions are the West Carolina Megalodons. 36-14, a defensive absolute masterpiece from this West Carolina team, as they're so young and talented, and they are going to have a bright future ahead of them. As some of the stars, Montel Major, Taylor Rambo, these guys are so young, and they're going to be coming back for multiple seasons, as we're just going to be piling on more and more star players to this team to add to their dominance. Taylor Rambo, completion percentage not great at all, but he had 3 touchdowns on the day, had probably his best game of the postseason, to be honest, because before that it was really all Montel Major in the defense. Taylor Rambo ended up with 20 for 36 for 287 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. 55% completion percentage is a little bit low, but generally okay. Didn't throw a pick anyway. 99 yards for Montel Major. On 18 carries, he gets a touchdown. Ron Marshall led the team in receptions with 6 and yards with 108. As Cole Turner had a little bit better of a day too, with 5 catches for 65. Defensively, Sheldon Dennis led the team with 8 tackles, had a handful of TFLs, a sack from Deshaun, Sheldon, and Wyatt Wright. And we had 4 interceptions. Tyron Smithfield, DeAndre Harris, Russ Whalen, and Jamal Mitchell. Looking at the end of the season stats though, Taylor Rambo does successfully break his own record by just 10 yards. So that is the new single season high for passing yards in a season for the team. He also broke his previous record for passing touchdowns in a season, up to 38 now. He did throw more interceptions with 7. They were mostly all in the postseason though. We got sacked definitely less because we played more games in this one than we did in the previous season. Completion percentage does go up too, which is nice to see. Montel Major up to 1,500. He did do it. He officially broke the rushing record for our program. He has the most rushing yards in a single season. He also had 15 touchdowns to add to that. Fumbled 1 time, broke 19 tackles, and had an 82-yard touchdown run. He's really been coming on strong, and I'm super pumped for his future. Ron Marshall led the team in receptions with 77. He also had 1,200 yards receiving, which was a crazy year. Not quite enough to break the record, and not quite enough to get the receiving touchdowns, as he had 11. The record was 12. And I just realized he was so close to receptions record too. 79 was the record. We had 77. Darnell Jackson also had a really solid year too, with 72 catches. He was up over 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. Xavier Lee, 720 yards, 6 touchdowns. Cole Turner ended up with 7 touchdowns. I feel like most of them were on jet touch passes though. I'm not really sure how he actually got that. But Ron Marshall did have a huge improvement from last season, and last season was pretty solid too, having almost 1,000 yards receiving. Darnell Jackson was just a massive, huge boost for us. We were wondering how we were going to cope with the losses of some of the seniors from last season, and Darnell Jackson really stepped up. Xavier Lee also just slight improvement every single season, as we have him also for another season. We'll look forward to his senior years. He's just been a pretty steady piece for us. Nothing flashy, nothing insane, but just consistent. Defensively, Grayson Reynolds led the team in tackles with 102 of them, to outpace with 101. But Grayson Reynolds has really been also kind of an underrated star for us. He had a decent year 1. We moved him to corner and he didn't really play much, but then balled out this year. Wyatt Wright also just had an insane year. He had less tackles, but that's because we moved him to play a little bit more on the line occasionally. And he got 19 sacks and 34 TFLs. Absolutely ridiculous for that. So he had less interceptions and less deflections, but he was used a lot less in coverage. But Jimmy Ferreira balled out. 33 TFLs, 17 sacks. I mean, Wyatt Wright does technically have the record. He broke the TFL record and the sack record. But Jimmy Ferreira was right there with him. Deshaun Conway had a great season with 7 sacks. I didn't realize Terrell Pace had 8.5 sacks and 25 TFLs for a middle linebacker. But Sheldon Dennis, again, every year just slowly improving. We'll have him again back next year. But he got 9 sacks. That's crazy. 9 sacks is like pretty much what our previous record was before this season. It was 9.5. We almost broke that with our strong safety. Russ Whalen, I think he's him and Jimmy Ferreira, defensive freshman of the year for our team. I don't know who gets the nomination. You guys are going to have to let me know who wins that award. But he just balled out. DeAndre Harris led the team in interceptions with 7, which is officially a record. We had 6 was the previous record. He had 5 last year, was so close to breaking it. Gets the record this year with 7. And that does give him the career record too. He's got 13. It was 11. Our kicker did improve also significantly. Went from 78% up to 95%. So much better with that because missing all those field goals was a lot. But we're going to have a decent amount of players graduate. And it's going to be a little bit sad to see some of those names go away. Marcus Green, though, penalty machine. Love to see him leave. Terrell Pace is gone, though. Darnell Jackson. That's a sad one. We love Darnell Jackson. He was awesome for us. Wyatt Wright's probably one of the biggest losses, though. We're definitely going to have to find somebody to take his spot. Cole Turner, definite letdown. Jamal Mitchell, moving him to safety was a good choice. He did quite a bit for us. Grayson Reynolds, Nick Campbell, Wyatt Dion, Marcus Wright. He was huge for us some of the first years of the franchise, and then just kind of his development wasn't enough to be able to keep him in the starting lineup. But we have pretty much everybody signed so far, so we have a couple spots open for just transfer portal. We are officially up to, a 2.5-star program, so close. We need to have a half-star higher to be able to get to 4-star players because we can only recruit 1 star above what our prestige level is. So close. We're right on the borderline cusp there. But because we did win the bowl game, we did break the restriction of having to be only from North and South Carolina, but it'll be a much better transfer portal because now we can actually go by anybody in a pipeline as long as they're a 3-star or below player. So some of the guys that we found a running back, an elusive back. He's got only 89 speed, so it's kind of meh. A right end with 90 acceleration is kind of wild. That would be awesome to have. 99 acceleration corner. He's got 93 speed. This guy's also got 90 speed and 93 excel for a corner. We just really went hard with corners, as you guys see, because we're going to be weak in that department, especially because it's hard to find anybody from North and South Carolina that's a corner. So now that we can do anyone in our pipeline, it's going to be a lot easier. It looks like Jaquari Brown does commit, so that's awesome. Troy Hyder commits. Drew Chariter commits. And we got Abina Onwuka, I think. Jay Crawford, probably butchering half these names. Kyle Finger. Jamari Holloman, Gideon Urban. So the only one left is just this Jason Cross. But we should know what he likes. We'll be able to put him for a visit, and he does commit. So awesome. Pretty much got every single person we want. So we'll look at the dev. So we'll have normal dev for Jaquari Brown, impact for the tackle, star dev for the defensive tackle, speed rusher. Oh yeah. All right, impact for this speed rusher is pretty solid. Impact for the corner, impact. Normal dev for Jamari. Star dev for Gideon. And impact for Cross. We got 2 star dev guys. That's awesome. Ended up getting the 48th ranked class in the country. So not bad. I mean, for only being able to get 3 stars and below, it's really not that bad. Looking at the new coordinators we got. So our offensive coordinator, Sean Wolfert. He's got pretty much everything you could possibly want for tactician maxed out in that top category. And so does our defensive coordinator. So our boosts are going to be quite good. Motivator tree, we have defensive coordinator has all the defensive upgrades for the most part. But we have 60 upgrade points. We're going to be waiting because we want to unlock the program builder so we can get some more of those pipeline boosts to help out with recruiting a little bit. But all right, time to look at the off-season upgrades. Taylor Rambo. Getting the little upgrades on some of his abilities over there. He's got himself silver extender. That's awesome. I love extender on a quarterback. He's up to an 85 overall with boosts, 91 excel, 97 agility, 94 change of direction. Throw power is still 91, but Tyrone Colclough, holy, up to a 98 throw power. That's going to be so tough to not even want to start this man. 87 speed, 94 excel, 97 change of direction. Oh, and he's got gold headstrong too. He got platinum off platform. And look at the accuracy stats here. So 94 for Taylor Rambo for short, 88 mid, 77 deep. Yeah, this guy's got 90, 87, 88. He's an 88 deep accuracy as a freshman. This guy's going to be ridiculous. The only thing that's a little bit better here with Taylor Rambo consistently is his throw under pressure, and his break sack is a 94 with boost, 99 play action. All that is amazing. Juke move is an 89. I didn't know Taylor Rambo was like that, but it's going to be really hard. Taylor Rambo has broken so many records back to back in 2 consecutive seasons. It's going to be tough for him to immediately sit on the bench. So he's got to play again. I think it's still his job to lose, even though Tyron Colclough, however we want to say it, I think he's got a super bright future with this squad. Montel Major, though, up to an 80 overall with his boost. He actually increased his speed up to a 93. I'm pretty sure he was a 92 last year with his speed, carrying at a 90, which is nice. Ball carrier vision, 94. He's getting some abilities also. Evan Rhodes shot up to an 86. An 86 overall. That's a massive increase. Wow. Xavier Lee up to an 85 overall. He's still a little bit slower, but he's been solid for us. Vernon Lyle is definitely getting more playtime. He's up to an 80 overall. But look at the route running here. Look at the route running from this squad. 99 release and 99 deep route on Evan Rhodes is insane. DeAndre Biggers up to a 79 overall. He's got 90 speed. Ron Marshall is still there too, but I don't know. I mean, we're going to have to start Ron for sure because he's just been so consistent for us, but he also might lose that spot a little quicker than usual. Rick Smart is going to be the starter at an 88 overall. Jermaine Houston up to an 85 overall at left guard. Russ Westbrook at an 89 overall for the center. Isaiah Crowder up to an 84. Obviously, all these are with boosts. 87 for Andrew Spanway. And Vontrese Davis actually is going up quite fast, too. Left end, Jared Moma up to an 83 overall. But look at this guy down here. So Deshaun Conway was one of the starters last year, and he had an insane season. But Chad Eddy is one of the gem players that we had originally at a power back. We moved him over to edge rusher, and he's got 91 speed, and he's got actually solid power and finesse, so he might be starting at some point. Jimmy Ferrer up to a 91. A 91 overall for a bust prospect? Crazy. Devin Skates up to an 81 overall. And DeAndre Harris, we ended up moving him over to outside linebacker, and he's an 87 overall. Sheldon Dennis moved him to linebacker as well for his size. He's an 87 overall, and he's going to be huge. His hits over the middle is going to be insane. He forced a lot of fumbles. Zach Cody and Spencer Kishbaugh, they just both around an 80 overall. Billy Turner, massive increase for the elite dev player. He's an 84 overall. He's got 99 speed. That's incredible. Incredible. He's our number 1 corner as a sophomore right now, and I'm looking forward to him having a big season. Tyron Smithfield up to an 82 overall with 90 speed. We have Randall Glenn. I don't even really hardly remember this man, where he even came from in the first place. But James Epps also has a bright future for us with 94 speed. Troy Stevenson and Greg Popek, he's also got some nice dev. Glenn Hicks getting a good little upgrade, and Russ Whalen up to an 81 overall. Huge boost for him. But yeah, this team looks sick so far. 84 overall, 84 offense, and 85 defense. But last year, playing in our conference was a little bit too easy, so we're going to be moving to a different conference. We're moving to the ACC this year to give us a little bit more of a challenge. I mean, these team overalls are way higher than what we were playing in the previous couple seasons. So this might be a little bit tougher for us to go undefeated, let alone make the playoffs. So guys, we did it. Officially won the national championship in just a few seasons. Huge achievement for our guys. Super proud of them, and I'm excited to see how this team does in the ACC. It's going to be a lot harder competition, a lot better players, and a lot more players with development. Probably going to look at changing some of the sliders. I think it might still have been a little bit too easy for us to be able to make it that far. So we're going to be changing some things to make it a little bit harder for future seasons and future dynasties. But hey, we'll be starting the next season in the ACC. Super excited for it. I'll see you guys there. But until then, why don't you check out one of these videos.